What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jelly the Casual Card Gamer, and today I'm going to be going over my top 3 new rides from Clan Collection Volume 3. It is coming out in March, and I cannot wait any longer than that. I need it to come out in March, or else I'll be very, very sad with not being able to build some of the decks that are coming out. But the reason that I'm doing this is because I tend to just buy 4 boxes of the Clan Collections, and just so that I have a playset of everything, just in case I want to build it. But most of the time, things just end up on my shelves or just sort of out on display for me to look at, think about trying to build them, and then realizing I don't have sleeves to put them in, so I just leave them there. But I did want to go over my top 3, the 3 that I know that I'm going to build the second that they become available to me in my hands. And we're just going to go straight into the list, so let's do it. So these are my top 3 rides for Clan Collection Volume 3. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom. So my top 3, my third top, my third choice. But before we even do that, I want to do an honorable mention, just because the third slot was actually the hardest one for me to fill out. Now, Volume 3, in terms of clans for me personally, doesn't have very much in the way of me going, yes, I want to build this so badly. But I did have a clear-cut 5 that I wanted to build, but I wanted to cut it to 3 just because I don't want to go over too much in the video. So my honorable mentions are Narukami, the Dungaree build. Now, the reason that I didn't put Narukami in top 3 is because Dungaree's ability is really fun, but also requires a lot of setup to do properly, because of course, if you aren't able to remove at least 3 cards from your bind zone, then you don't get very much value out of his attack. But other than that, triple drive normally, as well as a 17k base for a grade 3, it's just really fun defensively. And the other honorable mention is Dragonic Lawkeeper from Kagero. I really wanted to build it, but yeah, it looks like a really fun deck, but I will for sure not be building it right away once Clan Collection 3 comes out. So those are my honorable mentions, and now we get into the top 3. So the first new ride that I will be playing is a Volkswagen Beetle, Martial Arts Mutant Master Beetle. Now, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Megacolony. It is very near and dear to my heart. One of my closest friends did play Megacolony for the longest time. And because, one, nostalgia value, not just in terms of the unit itself, but in the way that it interacts. Because Master Beetle's abilities are pretty simple and very reminiscent of how Megacolony used to be. It hasn't changed too much, but of course it does feel like you're playing in a much earlier era of Vanguard. So his first ability from Vanguard or Rearguard, you can counterblast 1. Choose 2 of your opponent's rearguards and rest them, and they cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. If he's your Vanguard and you activate the Vanguard's ability, then it gets the combined power of the 2 units that you rested. So that's already pretty nice. The second ability is when it attacks, counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand, and it gets +1 drive for every 3 rested units between you and your opponent. So if you have 6 rested rearguards, then you get a quad drive. If you get 9 rested rearguards, then you have a quintet drive, which is really fun. But if there are only 3, then you at least still get a triple drive. So yeah, very plain, very simple, but I also like it because I don't have to think about it too much. And like I said, the nostalgia value. Iggy, if you ever watch these videos, shout out to you. All right, so now moving into my second slot, my second new ride, we have leading Jewel Knight Salome. We have Royal Paladins. This is one of those decks that was annoyingly good when I was playing at my local shop back in the Philippines. But no matter how interested I was in the deck, it was too expensive for me to afford. So now that I have a job, because I am a functioning adult in society, now I can afford to play Jewel Knights. And her ability is, now this is the reason why, why I like Salome so much. At the end of the battle that she attacks, you can counterblast one, choose any number of units in your hand with Jewel Knight in their name and call them to the field. Then if you called 3 or more cards, then you can re-stand her if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater. And there's also a Soul Blast 4 cost on top of that. So it's a CB1 Soul Blast 4 to re-stand basically your entire field. Now our second ability from Vanguard or Rearguard, when you place a unit on top of her, then you can counterblast one. That unit gets plus 10k and 1 drive. So you are getting 6 drive checks on a break ride turn, which is really nice. The only thing is that it is a little heavy on 1, the soul, and 2 counterblast. It's 2 CB and 4 soul blast to do all of that in 1 turn. So finding the resources to do it, I'm pretty sure that the new support for her, I believe, is Sybil. And then we do have Eunice, I believe she's new, but yeah, I haven't committed their abilities to memory yet, but Salome is looking like a really fun deck to get into once Volume 3 comes out, and I am going to be doing that only after I get my first deck finished, my top 1. If you guys know me at all personally, then you'll already know what this is, but she is Bennett Toit Witch Yo-Yo Oracle Think Tank. Oracle Think Tank is number 1 on the list, and her ability is a pseudo restand, which I love that OTT has now. I am so happy that my favorite clan has a restanding Vanguard, quote and unquote. So her ability is from Vanguard or Front Row Rearguard Circle. At the end of the battle that your Vanguard with Witch in its card name attack, you can counterblast 1, discard 2 cards from your hand, and choose 1 grade 3 card with Witch in its card name from your hand and ride it. So the drawback is that it has to be the first battle only. So there is no cheesing your opponent with like 3 Benetoit Witch Yo-Yos and just constantly going. But that is still really good. Before I found out what the reprints were for this set, I went and picked up a playset of Zozos because I figured that the plus 5k for every protect is really nice, even though people were all going for Coco from what I saw. And then I saw that the reprinting her, so I kind of I'm just hoping that the foiling for this set will be different from the regular triple R foiling, so that I have something to choose from, either the flat double R foiling or the triple R foiling of Volume 3. But anyway, her other ability is when she's rode upon, you can call her to a rearguard circle or get another protect gift marker. And that helps you with Zozo, because that automatically puts you at, I believe, either 2 or 3 protect markers on that 1 turn. So that is it for my top 3 new rides. What are you guys looking forward to in Volume 3? Let me know down in the comments. I'd like to see what you guys are thinking about, and it's just really fun. I love the clan collections just because it gives everybody reprints as well as new choices for decks, because it's not that there are too few of them, it's just that it's always fun to have something new to build and look forward to whenever a new set comes out, especially for V Premium, which is my favorite format right now. Guys, let me know if you want more types of videos like this. I am planning some more humorous videos outside of just doing deck profiles and things like that. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments and suggestions down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. And take care. Don't forget to tell your friends, and I will see you in the next one. I am Jello the Casual Card Gamer. Take care.